Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's Saturday, April 8th. It's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. I got quite a bit done this week. I have a few whips. I had some finishes. I have a couple, well, I had a finish which I turned into two finishes which I turned into an FFO, and I had one that I had finished previously that I turned into an FFO, and I actually teased it in my midweek video. I did a midweek video to talk about cleaning this beauty here, and I'm glad that I didn't start that process this weekend. Not only because it's Easter and I'm hosting Easter tomorrow, but because it's sunny and I keep opening the door thinking, ooh, let the warm air in and let's air out the house, and it's still a little breezy. We're about, I think about 66 right now, but it looks warmer, so it's a little deceiving. We're at that part of spring, and it's a little later than what usually you feel that. You usually feel that in the beginning of March, and I think because our weather's been so wonky for 6 weeks that spring is just a little slow this year. Anyways, I have a little bit of a haul that came in, so I'll talk about that. And I also want to show you, some of you have been commenting about wanting to see my paper crafts. My sister's birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. My mom's is today. We're going to celebrate both tomorrow. And so I like to make them handmade cards. And so I tried to film the money holder for my sister last night, and it didn't work. So I am working on it, but I can show you what I've been doing. So I will do that now. This is her birthday card. So it looks like this. I always have to put shamrocks on her card. She probably gets tired of it. What does it say? It says, birthdays are for fun, friends, and eating your weight in cake. Frosting. Yum. And then if you push up the bottom, then it's this little pop-up with a little scene. And I love interactive dies. I really, really do. So this one I didn't even attempt to try to film just because I was learning how to make it. But I loved it, and I wanted to show you guys before I passed it on to her tomorrow. So then for her actual gift, I'm going to cash and MFT over the holidays, my favorite things, for those of you that don't know and aren't paper crafters, they came out with a gift card or money holder kit to make your money gift look like something that you pick up at the store, size wise, and but you can embellish it, decorate it any way that you want. So this is what I did for her. It's a little mouse holding a shamrock. The back of it, now I'm going to roll up some the money and put it in here, and then she will have, I have this from a different, I have this piece and the die set that cuts this out from another set. But that's not why, I don't like to duplicate what I purchase, but I did in this case because I wanted everything else that came with this kit. And I figured a lot of times I'm doing multiples at one time, so I can kind of do assembly line if I have a couple extras, or I can, let a friend have one, something like that. Anyway, so money will go in here. You could also put, I've made these up around Valentine's Day, and I've put like flavored lip balm, things like that in there. And then on the back, it has one of those like rip tab things, and that's how she will get into it. But that is her set. I still have to make my mom's card. I'll be doing that, and I'm going to give her some cash too. Hopefully the other part of her gift will come in. We'll see. I'm hoping. Amazon, don't let me down. Anyway, so I worked on this. I tried to film this one last night, and the way my camera was situated, I didn't realize it was filming like in 180 degrees off, so it was really upside down, which I might have been able to fix that when I was editing. And then I looked up, and my camera stopped filming altogether, and it was my phone. I don't know why. We'll figure it out. Anyways, enough about card making. You're here for Flosstube. If you're brand new to my channel, when I do Flosstube, I usually talk about Flosstube. Stitching, cross stitching, maybe some sewing, quilt making. I do like to do paper crafts, as you saw. I will have separate videos for those in the future. I will try to film what I do for my mom and try it again this afternoon, and we'll see what happens there. If you're new, I hope you like what you see, and if you do, please like the videos and subscribe to the channel. If you're returning, thank you so much. I have been thoroughly enjoying your comments, your suggestions. I just have the best time connecting with you all, and I appreciate you. So thank you. Let's go ahead and get in with my whips. I put in some time on the Teresa Kogut Patreon mystery stitch along, The Simple Life. I am stitching this on the called for fabric with the called for floss. So a lot of classic colorworks, one gentle arts, some weeks dye works, and DMCs. And these are the colors for this. Just really nice, soft color palette. Really, really liking it. The fabric is Overcast 40 count linen by Cedar River. And I'm almost done with the first month release. I worked on the trees up here. All I need to do is, there's some flowers or berries at the top. I think they're flowers. I have another beehive to do down here, and a little bit of work to do here, and then there's two birds next to the heart and one little bee, and I have to finish the bee. And then this, I believe, will be done. And it'll be done just in time to get the second piece, the second month's chart section, and I'm really excited. I'm loving the way this is turning out. I can't wait to see it done and have each little section revealed as we go along. So, tiny, tiny, tiny stitches. I don't know. I think a friend of mine, I was complaining to her, I have to go to the eye doctor. This prescription, the glasses are so scratched, and it literally, I think the prescription's like 6 years old. I have another pair that's newer, but they slide down on my nose. The frame is just not, it doesn't fit right. But she said to me, because I can't see anything up close anymore, and I'm struggling so much with that particular 40 count linen, she said to me, do you think you have cataracts starting? I'm like, I suppose it's possible. My dad's brother had them. I think he had them pretty severe, and I think he had them from a fairly early age. Two of my cousins one had them in his 50s. I'm in my 50s, and my both my cousins had them in their 50s. One in the early 50s, one in her later 50s. So I suppose it's possible. I mean, I'm in my 50s. I suppose it's possible. I don't know. I will this weekend hopefully remember to make an appointment with the eye doctor so I can at least see about getting this fixed. Because right now I'm blurry. My glasses are also so severely scratched, it's not even funny. Next, I worked on stitching with the Housewives, stitching seasons. And I was watching a video from Chantel's 141 Design Company, and they have a finish. I will link it below because it will also work for other projects, the sizing of it. And I thought, that's it. I'm going to get that board set. It's a base, and I believe 4 boards come with the base, and then there is a cutout at the top of the panel that goes into the base. And then the cutout you can keep and use it as I think she calls them charms or buttons or something like that to help decorate the piece. And so that made me excited, and I thought, I've got to get going on this. So I did. I pulled it out the other day, and I almost finished the first house that I'm working on. So I believe all I need to do is pink flowers in the windows, a pink flower above the door, and I believe pink centers in the blue flowers here. And then I can start working on the flowers here, and at the top there's some flowers that come out of the roof. So that's kind of where I'm at. So now that I know what I want to do to finish it, it just kind of reinvigorated me, and I'm like, I'd like to work on this. So I was very happy with the progress on that. I believe it was just an evening, and I went from, I stitched the roof, and I had to restitch the flower pots in the window because I had lined them up wrong. So I frogged those and I redid those. I stitched the green down by the side. I finished stitching the blue in the house. I did the gray around the windows and the green. So I got quite a bit done in an evening. It was a kit from Fat Quarter Shop, and it comes with the linen, a piece of finishing fabric, and the bag, and this little bag charm, and the called for flosses, which are all classic colorworks. Just really soft, pretty colors. So the fabric is thin white pine board, 28 count even weave by Fabric Flair. There's the package. So that was fun. I'm finding that I know I have a lot that I ordered through Market and other things, and I really have wanted to kind of focus and get some of my smaller pieces done. I have a couple sitting on my table in there for the Christmas ornaments and the sweetheart ornaments from Fat Quarter Shop. It's I think a dozen different designs, and you finish them in a tart tin. And I would like to cut the fabric to size so that I can maybe use that fabric for another project. And then if I can sit down in a morning or a couple of mornings and get one of those knocked out, I'd be done with those in no time. So I'm kind of struggling between that, as well as I've got 3 fairly large projects going on right now, and I know quite a few floss tubers are doing a, I don't know what they're calling it, I can't remember off the top of my head, but they're stitching 5 days or nights or whatever, stitchy sessions on one piece, and then after that they stitch on something else for 5 days, and then they, I think maybe it's 4 weeks, and then the last week in April they are stitching 5 days on whatever they want. And I thought about doing that, and I think while I'd be moving other pieces along, I feel like that would stall out my smaller pieces, so I didn't commit to doing that. I'm still debating what would be the best way for me to get some of these pieces done and FFO'd. I must say it's quite fun to have your project not only completed but fully finished as well. I find that I sit there and I'm often glancing up at the my bookshelf and looking at my finished pieces, and it makes me happy because they're finally done. Next, I wanted to have this done for Easter and it didn't happen, but it's Harietta and Company. I pulled this out the other day. It was my morning stitch. I was planning on using the called for colors, but I'm now on the shirt and the white plaid on the dress. So the color that they wanted me to use was 822, and it was very close to the ecru color, and so I switched it up for Blanc. So the white in the plaid skirt and the white in the shirt will be white, and then everything else will be ecru. This was I think the pattern and the thread kit came from Fat Quarter Shop, and they did the DMC thread pack. So they took the colors that were called for in the over dyes and they did the conversion. So you have to, on the pattern, find out what color you're using and then find it on here to know what color you're picking from your DMCs. But these are lovely colors too. I'm very happy with them. Like I said, I only made the one change because these two colors here, one is the bunny, one is the actual bunny, and the other is the outfit color, and they're just too similar. I think when you're doing two strands, you're not going to see a difference. It's just going to look like all one color. I am stitching this 2/2 on Winter Brew, 32 count Winter Brew by R&R, and I got it from Kingsland Needle Art from Etsy, and it's a really nice natural colored linen, and this is my progress. So the colors are a little more green than what they're showing up in the pattern. In the pattern they look more aqua or teal, but that's the difference between the DMC and the over dyed. I still love it. I think it's really great. So I can't wait to see it move along. So I put some time in on that because it's been a while. I bought quite a bit of that Winter Brew because I really liked the color, and I know a lot of people stitch on that as a nice neutral, and so I wanted to have some extras to work on. Last night I pulled out my Seaside Sparrow by Artful Offerings. And I debated, I have one more star to do down here, and I thought, do I do the star and continue on the border, or do I just start on his little body? And I decided to start on his little body. I'm stitching this 2/2. Look like little chicken legs. They're so cute. But I got his pants done, and his legs done, and his belt done, all in one sitting. So that was good. And I am stitching this on 32 count Belfast linen by Artiste. I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's actually a nice linen to stitch on. I am enjoying it. Someone said that they went to the Dollar Tree and they have these narrow and tall wooden easels. That would be great for a stitched finish. And I might try to get to the Dollar Tree this week to see if I can find that. I don't know. I think I need to look at the finished size of this piece to see if it's, I mean, but for $1.25 really. But I think it would be cute on an easel. So we'll see. We'll see. But I put some time in on this one just to kind of get it going. And my big floss order that I had placed for a bunch of the new starts I wanted to start working on did come in. So I was able to put in some time on my Keeper of the Pins, and I'm working on this one right back here. It's the one I started with. And I am using the called for flosses. Really nice, natural color palette. And I am stitching this on 36 count Vintage Country Mocha linen. And I started in on the actual thread. I'm doing one strand over two. So that's coming along. I also ordered, I forget from who, but from Etsy I ordered the stick pins that go into your pin keeps, and when they come in, she needs like 5 to 6 weeks lead time, so it's only been maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. But when they come in, hopefully I'll be further along on my pillows there, and I'll show you those when they come in, and I'll know I'll remember who I ordered them from by that time too. So, okay, this one I had a finish and I had a new start. So this is a year of celebrations, and I finished April, and I changed the colors, and I listed the color changes in my last couple of videos. So I started on May. And I believe that I am keeping all of the same colors. I don't think I switched a color out. If I did, I'd have it written down here. I think I'm using all of the called for. I am. So these are the called for colors. I opted not to put these on floss drops because I'm stitching, they're such small stitches and each month uses a different floss. So I just thought I'd keep them on their bobbins until I'm done with the project. And this is my May start. Kind of like a dusty berry color. I like it. So on this one I cut the fabric to size, and I am starting in the middle, not including the selvage here. And hopefully it'll work out okay. My goal is to get this done in the next couple weeks so that I can, when the month flips over to May, that I'll be able to change it out pretty quickly. I was behind for April. Life happens. It's okay. It's okay. And let me show you the fully finished object for April. I may have posted this on my Instagram page. I can't remember, but there we go. So I swapped out the colors of the umbrella and the colors of the little scallops and the flowers. And I did list those in my last couple videos in the notes. In fact, what do you guys prefer? Do you prefer, oh, isn't that funny? I missed a stitch. I just saw that right there. Missed a stitch. I will fix that later. Isn't that funny? Oh, some of those stitches aren't very good. Anyways, what do you prefer? Do you prefer me to list what I'm stitching on and my color changes if I have any? Or would you like to know where you can pick up the pattern? I just feel that sometimes you can Google, you know, the pattern name and pick where you want to order it from, because sometimes I'll order something from a company or from a shop and then they're out and I have to pick a different company to order from to list in the description. So I kind of, for the last couple of videos, put what I'm stitching on, what I'm using, that kind of a thing. Let me know your thoughts if you care. If not, I'll just do what I want. This I finished some time ago, but I wanted to share my April sampler. I believe this was something Needleworks. I don't remember. I've got all of the months done, so now all I'm doing is switching them out and putting them in the frame. So that's fun. I like to have that up in my display. And then I did finish my basket of cherries, and I did a full finish on this. I did swap the colors out. This was Tin Bucket and Aged Pewter, and I switched it out for 2 blues, which I don't have on my desk. The 2 blues that I picked, I did list in the notes on my last Flosstube video. The dark blue I thought was going to be enough of a contrast, and when I got the bird stitched partially, the wing disappeared. There wasn't enough outline around the wing. So I came out and I pulled a darker, brighter blue, and I absolutely love it. It was not a big deal for me to frog that bird, this particular bird here, because I didn't stitch it right anyways. I was off on my count, so it had to come out. So I just started that bird all over again, and I love the way it turned out. And this is my finish. So it really looks like my bluebirds. I can't even say that they're my bluebirds anymore because they're not with me this year yet. I see them around my box, but they haven't started nesting. This bird down here is a different, it's the old dark color that I had picked, the original one. I want to say Classic Colorworks Summer Sky or something like that. But I got that done and I love looking at it. I decided to go ahead and put it in this frame. I know I talked about perhaps putting it on this board, but really this is a little too rusty red than this, and I just decided it wasn't going to work. And this frame, it was going to fit perfectly, and so I just opted to do the frame. And then it's getting another frame out of my pile of things that I can use to fully finish an object. So I finished that. And then I finished more chocolate bunnies. My husband and I found ourselves at Lowe's last weekend, and I have a piece from 141 Design on order that I wanted to put this piece on. And then when we were there at Lowe's, in the paint section, they have, I don't know, it's not very big. Maybe it's 72 by 72, and it's got a bunch of different crafty finishing pieces, chalkboard pieces, wooden pieces, painted wooden pieces, raw wooden pieces, and this one was like $6, and it's by Hampton Art, And then this is the skew. And when I saw it, I thought, this is what I'm going to finish more chocolate bunnies on, because I would have enough room to do a little fancy bow, and I'm really, really happy with it. And so here is my finish. So I cut down 2 pieces of self-sticking board, and I put some Warm and Natural so it's slightly padded, and then I put the piece over it, and I used Fat Quarter Shop sells circles that are double-sided and a tape that's double-sided to adhere the fabric to the boards with, and so that's what I did. I did have this piece glued onto the backing piece, and when I put it down on the board, I'm like, I don't think I like it. So I found a lace in my stash, and I was able to hot glue the lace down, and I think it just set it off really, really nicely. I had this plaid wired ribbon. It's, a little bit of a plaid on it. I know you really can't see the plaid, but I like the palms around the edge. And then I had this natural ribbon, and then this bunny charm. I wanted to stitch up a cute little carrot and put it on a covered button, but my room over here, you can't really see, but it's quite a mess, and I thought that I bought the kit with the little piece that the button cover goes in while you're trying to put the backing on, and I can't find it, and I didn't want to put everything away and look for it. I was kind of strapped for time. And then I remembered I had these bunny buttons in my stash. These were from a card making kit from Tim Holtz from last year, the year before. I've got a whole bunch of them, and I just thought, oh, they're gonna be perfect for needlework, and I really think it's super cute. Now, can I say the 2 men in my life, my husband and my son, I showed to them, and they're like, oh, it's cute, but it needs bunnies. And I said, what do you think these are? Oh, I thought they were carrots. When are carrots? Brown. So tomorrow at Easter, when I show my sister and my mom, it'll be interesting to see what they see, because I see bunnies. I've always saw bunnies. I can understand, you've got the green here, and that could be confusing because it mimics the green down here, and you've got the carrots, but whatever. This is the board. It came with a jute rope stapled to it up here, and I just decided to take it off. I wanted this, I've got it propped up in my bookcase right now. It kind of leans back a little bit, but it'd be really cute on an easel too, so we'll see. But I'm thrilled. I think it's my only Easter FFO. Well, no, that's not true. I have the pillows from a couple weeks ago, but new stitch for this year, fully finished object in time for Easter. So I'm thrilled. I love it. It's a lot of orange, but I'm really happy with it. So the only thing I will say about that board is it has a little bit of a residue. So I mean, it's probably not made in the United States, would be my guess. And oh, it's not. It says made in China. So it's got that funny, like, chalky feel to the paint. But I'm not going to be holding it. It's going to be propped up, and my pieces are sticking to it, so that's good too. I used hot glue to stick the pieces together and then to put it on the board, and then I hot glued the bow sections together, and then I wrapped this piece around and knotted it in the back and stitched the bunny through the knot. I may or may not have picked up a little bit of this bow behind there, and then I hot glued the whole thing on. So it's not going anywhere anytime soon, but I love it. I'm so excited. More haul. My Floss Frenzy Weeks dye works came in from Fat Quarter Shop. This is the one that came in last week, and I forgot to bring it out. So I decided, I did put a picture in, but I decided I'd show you guys anyways because we didn't get to go through the colors. So this is Bee's Knees. In fact, let's do it this way. Bee's Knees. Nice variegation. Yellowy wheat colors. Banana pudding. Kind of a yellowy cream color. Battleship. Really pretty, like blue gray. Steel gray, maybe in color. Like a battleship. Bayberry. Nice variegated greens. Basil. A little bit of purple and a greenish brown. Dark khaki maybe. And bark. We all have bark, right? Nice dark brown. So that came in. Chicken Club number 4 came in. I'm still working on number 1, but that's okay. This is Beatrice. I think she's super cute. So that pattern came in. Still haven't finished number 1. We'll see. And then I did a big order from Fat Quarter Shop. Not a big order. I ordered, sorry, I hit the table. I ordered the Weigh-In Club by Stitching with the Housewives and Fat Quarter Shop. That's going to start in July. And you start stitching in the pattern that comes in July, I believe is September. So you're stitching about 3 months ahead of time. So hopefully you have enough time to finish the project. And I believe they might have a finished piece coming out. As soon as I get information or I find information on that, I will share it. I ordered that, and then I've been having my eye on a little bit of fabric that I wanted to pick up and use as finishes, and I'm so glad that I did this. I have this in a beige and brown, as well as a red and white, and now I have it in the other 2 colorways that I didn't even know existed until I found it. But I believe it's by Lori Holt, and this is on a light teal, and it's got a dark teal, and it's cross-stitch hearts with the needle and the thread. So I bought it in this colorway. And then they had it in blue. They're kind of folded together, so I don't really want to unfold the whole thing. But they have it in a really pretty blue and light blue or white. And I wanted my Sunbonnet Sue pattern from Tiger Lily Designs. I was thinking I would make my needle my needle book out of this one. But now that I've got this blue here, I see her now done in navies, maybe add some aquas in, maybe a touch of pink or red. We'll see. But I think I'm going to start thinking about fabrics to kit her up in, and then I'm going to do my needle book in this color. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I bought a yard of each of these. And then I bought this gingham or check, I don't know. And this one is, I've got the receipt right here. Bee Basics Raisin Gingham. Just a really nice neutral. And then I did, B Basics Sea Glass gingham. So it's a smaller gingham in that real pretty jade aqua tiny little check. These two are called B Basics Heart, Blue Heart, and Songbird Heart. So this really pretty aqua teal color is Songbird. So I bought that, and then I like to pick up needle minders every once in a while, so I bought this Laurel Flower. So that's it for me for today. I'm hosting Easter, so the rest of the day will probably be prepping for that and running to the store, you know, all of those things. Redecorating my shelves because I pulled everything out to bring it out here to show you guys. I hope you guys have a great Easter if you celebrate Easter. If not, have a fantastic weekend. I think Passover is still going on if you celebrate Passover. Happy Passover. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of the things. I will be back next weekend. I have a weekend off before I start getting really crazy. You know, working at a camp, my busy season is fast approaching, much quicker than I hoped. And I realized the other day that I'm going to have no life in the month of June. I will be gone and working probably, I'm going to assume, at least 21 days straight, probably more. Because of trainings and things like that. So I'm hoping I'll be able to squeeze a day off in there. So as we get closer, I'll be able to tell you if I'm going to be able to do a video or not. We'll just see how that all works out. But for now, you'll see me next week. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you then. Happy stitching. Bye.